We are live. Hello. Happy Friday the 13th. So, in honor of Friday the 13th, we have our friend Jason here. And I made me a little mask to go along with the theme. But I am not wearing this thing.
He did really good on it, though. He made that one just messing around with it and
without
just,
a pattern.
Yeah, just crocheting.
But I used all these eyeballs for the little dots and everything, and they poke through and they hurt.
You should have thought about that one.
Yeah, I didn't think about that one. So hey, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you're old here, yeah, it's probably just Michelle. But
no, and she's not even in here right now.
No, she's not even in here. But that's what I'm saying is like nobody else has been by.
Yeah.
So hey, welcome to the channel. So this week is Friday the 13th, and I heard next month there's a Friday the 13th.
There is 2 months in a row.
So 2 months in a row we'll have the little creepy guys out.
Yeah. So this one here is one that I made, gosh, a couple of years ago, I guess. He's really cute. He was fun to crochet, and his little hat comes off, but I'm not going to take it off right now. And I think his jacket does too. But this pattern that I made him from was actually from someone on YouTube. Her name is Rhonda Butler. She does a lot of cute tutorials like that. And all of these little guys back here, other than the duck, all of those patterns were from the same creator, Rhonda Butler. But they're all cute. So we thought we would just set them up since it's Friday the 13th. We know it's not Halloween. But they're cute.
But we have a little spooky stream.
Yeah. And then with Valentine's Day being tomorrow, this was something that I think I did this one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did this one last year. And you did this one.
Yeah, that was probably one of my first.
That was one of your first ones because you made a base, and this, I know this has to turn around. I had it over there, but.
Oh, it's got eyes.
Yeah, it's got eyes on both sides, but you got to be careful with the top because it wants to spin.
Yeah, it's all right. A little bit of
a little stuffing
coming out.
So yeah, so in honor of Valentine's Day, we got our little hearts.
Yeah, so tell them what you're working on. We were gonna, well,
you go ahead and show them what you did.
We haven't had very long streams, so I thought about making something Friday the 13th related, but I probably wouldn't finish it on stream anyway. So this is counts for what makes something Friday the 13th related.
Yes.
But right now I'm making little ducks, and this was with a posh, or well, not posh.
It was a Premier.
It was a Premier yarn, but it was like a chunky 6 weight.
Yeah, it's a 6 weight.
And so I'm going to make another one with like a 4 weight to see if I can make it a little smaller. Because I don't mind the duck like this size.
It's cute.
But I was thinking about making some to give to people with Jeeps. And they probably don't get crocheted ducks that
Probably
often,
not.
So it'd be kind of cool. So I'll make some different colored ones.
Yeah, and it would be cute for Easter coming up. So Easter. And then like the ducks I've made, they're a lot bigger than those, but I like the little ducks. I think they're cute. I'm working on the same thing that I was working on in the last video. I have gotten a little longer on it. I think I'm on row 130 out of 249. So I am getting closer. It's huge. I mean, each row is 200 stitches plus the 2 border stitches. So 202 across. Let me see if I can make this.
I saw someone on.
There we go. Whoop,
Yeah.
no, I gotta go this way.
Yeah.
Oh wow. See now you can see it better. But it's I gotta go this way. There we go. But it's a little bookcase. I think
I saw someone
Go ahead.
was making one of those temperature blankets where you do a different color, I guess, for every day based on the temperature.
Yes, the temperature blanket.
And I guess she made it out of big yarn because she had to have people standing on top of the first store or like the roof of the house and holding the blanket because it went all the way to the porch.
So I think there's a lot of creative ways that you can do that, because with any kind of blanket or even a scarf, you have 365 days a year.
That's a lot of
rows. So I think what I have seen some people do is they do little squares that are, I actually saw a creator. They look like calendars. So she did 12 big squares and she had them marked. I'll have to find her post. But it had something for each day. I don't know if it had a color for each day on it, but it did look like a little calendar. And then she just sewed those 12 squares together. So it was a big blanket, but it was a calendar blanket.
So what you need to do, of course, I don't know how many, most of your amigurumi stuff's not that many rows. I was gonna say if you had an amigurumi that had 365 rows,
yeah,
then you could do a different color each day and have.
You could. I guess with anything, it depends on how long or how wide you want it.
You could probably do a scarf or something.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be too bad. I think there's a lot of options out there that you can do for the temperature blankets.
I'll have to come up with something.
I'm sure you can find all kinds of stuff. I guess you can really do what you want to do.
Oh, you can do, absolutely. You can do whatever you want to do.
But the temperature blankets, I think they're neat, but they're just so long. And I wouldn't want to pick it up and just do one day. I would probably want to keep the temperature, tracking for 7 days and then do 7 rows. But I guess it really depends on what you do, if it's a blanket or a scarf or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you could do, I don't know what all you could do. You could do a big long snake like your snake over there and have a different color every day.
It would be a long snake.
Well,
I don't even know how many rows is on that one.
So I guess you could do it instead of doing 365. You could do 52 weeks. You could do an average temperature for that week and just do 52 rows.
You could. But I think what is neat, especially here in Kentucky, is that,
it would be blue last week, depending on what your color code is. It would be blue, and then it would all of a sudden turn yellow.
Yeah, because we can have all seasons of temperatures in 1 week. So, and that's basically what we had, because, we were down right at 0 a couple of weeks ago. And then I think we just got out of the freezing mark. Was it one day last week?
It was like the
Thursday and Friday.
Well, we got out of the freezing like the 5th or something.
Yeah. So, so, that would be kind of hard to average out the month, but I think would be cool, to actually see that, especially from January through May here. And even in the fall, our temperatures, you may have a 90-degree day and then be 50 the next.
Yeah. I've never wanted to try one, so don't know.
I mean, I guess if you went back and, you could keep track of it, and then if you figured out what you wanted to do, then
Well,
you
it's
could.
probably recorded on like.
Yeah, it is.
You could probably just start right now and just do last
Yeah.
year. But I think the whole appeal to a temperature blanket is something that takes you the whole year to do that.
Right. I mean, they're neat. And you could always put a tag on it to say, "Hey, this was, 2025 and this one's 2026," and just see the differences in the years.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do a blanket based on how many days you have snow, because you just never know around here.
No.
Sometimes you can go several years and not hardly get an inch of snow, and then you have some years that you get a ton.
You dump 6 inches and you're out of school for 2 weeks.
Absolutely true. That's that's a lot of snow for here. For somewhere like Minnesota, Wisconsin, that is nothing to them.
Well, our biggest thing was it stayed so cold for so long and it just stayed around.
Right. We didn't have there was no way to melt
to
it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
So hopefully she'll be done with this blanket
Eventually,
so that she's not working on it on every episode.
Well, my goal, hopefully, is to have this done by next week sometime.
Or if we
Or
start to
next week. So you might see me do it again on Friday, but I'm hoping I'm going to get close to being done. And I'm not only just working on this one either. I'm working on another one.
Yeah, not very much.
So it's hard to see this one. And really it's hard to see the colors, but it's like a olive green at the end and a tan and a blue and a white.
How long is it going to be?
Well, it's like 42 or 43 inches wide. So probably about 45 to 47 long. So it shouldn't take too long to do.
Is that me that keeps dinging?
That's your either your phone
I think it's
or your iPad.
I think it's the iPad.
It's neither one of mine.
Yeah, it's
I always hear you dinging over there.
I think it's the iPad.
It probably is. No, so yeah, I'm looking forward to starting on something a little smaller than this blanket here, but this is one that I wanted to make for my daughter. And the pattern creator for this one, we had spoken, and she did let me have this pattern to showcase. So I'm really excited to get this one done and show it. I know there's been other people that have done this blanket. But when I talked to her, she was like, pick whatever one you want. And this was the one that I actually wanted. So I probably will get more patterns from her because I do like them. And it's, what did I say? Snug Bug Club.
Snug Bug Club.
Another creator that I love, and I think I've probably mentioned it, was Little Green Feather on Etsy. She has some really cool patterns. And then Hooked by Carrie Patterns. She's another great one. So I have a lot of people that I do follow. Those are some of my favorites, especially for the mosaic crochet.
Mosaic.
It is so cool. I mean, I know a lot of people think that this technique is hard. And just as well as I do, it's not hard. If you can crochet, if you can do a single crochet and you can do a double crochet, this blanket you can do easily. It's just time consuming because there's so many rows to it. But I enjoy it. I like it.
Probably the biggest thing for anybody doing it is like if you're like I already lost. If you got a one track mind like I do, you really got to pay attention because it's a lot of counting and making sure you don't miss. Or the way that it does the stitches, it's real easy to go from a single crochet to a is it a double?
It's a double crochet, yeah.
Yeah, single crochet to a double, and jump ahead a stitch before you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And then if you don't catch it, which a lot of times you'll catch it because you won't be able to put a ones in
Right.
the front loop where you're supposed to go.
Right. Yeah, because you're working in the
But
back
sometimes
loop.
you won't catch it till you get to the end of the row, and then you got to count back and figure out where you messed up.
Right. Well,
But-
the biggest thing that people have got to remember when you do that double crochet, you just have to make sure it lines up to where the stitch that you
Yeah.
would have gone in. I mean, and I've done it before, and
I got better at it
yeah,
as I did it.
it just takes a
But
little practice.
At first, that was the problem
Oh,
that I
yeah.
had.
Oh, believe me, I've done it too, and I've gotten all the way to the end, and I'm like, I'm short a stitch, so I've messed up somewhere, so I would have to go back, figure out where my mistake is, and pull out those stitches. But I mean, if it's just one row I have to pull out, I'm not too upset over. I know you've seen me have to frog a,
You
you know,
did 2 or
14
3 rows in one of them.
Oh, I did. And one blanket that I did, my very first mosaic, because I messed up.
Yeah.
I pulled out 14 rows.
Hmm.
But, you know, it happens. Everybody that crochets sometime within their project journey, I'm sure they've had to frog a bunch of rows.
If I had to frog too many, I just throw it away and start
No.
over.
I'm not going to do that and waste my yarn.
Well, sometimes you just have to.
The only time that I was really thinking about redoing a whole project was when I did, I don't know if I have that blanket in our YouTube or not. It was a crochet along Halloween blanket this last year. And in the middle of it, it was with tapestry. And somewhere along the way, I either missed a row, I didn't mark it right. And when I got to the top of it, the word trick was backwards. And I think the word, no, treat was correct at the bottom. So I missed a line somewhere, didn't know where I messed up. I had to pull out a ton of rows, and I thought I was going to cry. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to start over. And I started to do one over, and I thought, no, I can fix this. So I did find my mistake and corrected it. But that was the only time that I really thought about throwing that little piece away. And I'll have to look on our channel, because I don't know if that blanket.
It might have been a short.
Yeah, it could have been. I have to showcase that one too.
Already. See, I just had to frog about 8 stitches.
See, so
I was talking about frogs and didn't realize what I was doing.
You were just crocheting away, weren't you?
Yeah, because you were only supposed to do decreases in like 3 stitches, and then you went back to 11 single crochets, and I got down to it with my marker, and I didn't have enough room to do a single and a double, and I was like, why don't that work out? And I was like, oh, because I'm supposed to do 11 single crochets.
Yeah. So, and I mean, you're still newer to crochet, you know, a couple of years in. And I guess because I've had as many as I have, it's easier for me to talk and crochet and count, because the whole time we were talking a few minutes ago, I was counting stitches.
Yeah, that ain't happening here. I had to count my 10 starting stitches 3 times just to know where I was.
Well,
but if I can talk and crochet if I'm just doing
something repetitive. Yeah.
Like if I'm just going in the round 30 stitches, single crochets, I can do that. But when I have to do a single and then a decrease, a single and a decrease, a single
Right.
and a decrease. That's when I get messed up.
Well, I get it.
No,
And
I
I'm
gotta
not
do
saying that I don't ever
Mhm.
mess up, but I can count and
You can do more complex processes and talk, and I can't yet.
no, you will though. But I don't know, you know, sometimes it's hard for people to do two things at one time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just one of those that can do both. Now, I'm not one of these people. I'm very jealous of the ones that can, watch TV nonstop while they're crocheting and not looking. I can't do that. Now, I can do a few rows, um, or a few stitches, and not look. I can feel for them, but I have to see what I'm doing. I don't want to have to pull stuff out. That's just me.
Yeah, but I don't know. Why would you want to watch TV while you're crocheting?
Okay, so what do we do?
Well, we watch TV, but I listen to it.
I listen to it as well.
I
I don't.
listen to it, and then every now and then, if I need a break, I'll watch it. But as far as just sitting here watching TV and crocheting, I feel like you need to be, or it's more enjoyable when you're seeing what you're doing.
Well,
don't know.
yeah,
Maybe if it's monotonous rows, yeah, it probably is.
yeah.
Now we don't have any affiliate links or anything like that, but I watched another YouTube streamer, and she was using these hooks, and I can show them a little bit closer. I could maybe share a link also, but they're on Amazon, and they go from like, trying to see, 2.5 to 6. There's like 10 of them in here, and they're just coupe crystal crochet hooks. They're pretty good they're like $12.
Yeah. So tell
And-
them the funny part about it.
But I mean, I've got these, which I really like. These are Furls crochet hooks, but they're like $27 to $30
And they're
a
a
piece.
they're a little heavier.
And I really like them. These are my favorite hooks so far.
Yeah. And
But-
me, I
but
like
these for a very cheap hook. They're really smooth. They slide in and out really good. And I'm a big fan of the straight. They have a name for it. I think it's a straight cut.
Yeah.
And these are like that. But so far.
So the funny thing is, he bought those and
I'll
he
probably
he
break
showed them to me, and when I saw them, I thought, those look familiar.
Yeah.
So I have a cabinet in our closet here that's got all of our hooks and all the accessories for crocheting. And a friend of mine had actually bought some of those hooks, and she didn't like them, so she gave them to me, and I pulled them out, and it is the same ones, except for mine came in like a little pouch. So I'm sure she got those off Amazon too. But yeah, I think they'll work good. I'm actually going to use those, or mine, whatever set, when I do the border around this, because this has I'll have a double border around it. It's called an envelope border. But you need I like the way the tip of this one is not too pointy, but on those they are, and it's easier to get in those stitches when you do an envelope border. So
the only thing that I've seen is that I probably got bad habits learning, but I like to put a lot of pressure on my hooks.
Yeah, and you don't need to.
And I probably will end up bending them.
I mean, I wonder why you do that. You feel like you can't.
It's just what I do.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe it's not that much pressure, but
I mean, I don't hardly put any pressure on my hook at all. But I think techniques and things that you learn, like if I see someone do something a certain way, I may try it and then I'm like, "Oh, I like that." So,
Yeah.
I kind of change my way. It's just training your brain on how you need to do it or how it feels comfortable for you. It was like, it's just like Michelle, I hold my yarn a certain way. It just glides through my fingers. I don't have it wrapped around or anything. It just glides. I don't know if you're the same way, if you wrap it more around your pinky or
I
not.
wrap it.
And my friend Michelle, she actually, and I've seen a lot of people do this too. She holds it like between these two fingers here. And she puts pressure on it, as she's doing it. That's why her fingers get so sore. And that's one of the reasons why she doesn't like working with 4-weight yarn. She likes using like Bernat or your Premier, your Posh, anything that's a bigger weight yarn. She likes working with those. It's just all in the preference. What row are you on?
Well, I'm on a row where you're sewing up the back half of the body.
Oh, okay.
And
To make the tail?
yeah, I mean, I made the tail, but I might get you to look at it later on the instructions because I don't know that I'm doing that right.
Okay.
I did the one the other day a little different. It's got a weird instruction. It's not super. What am I looking for?
Detailed?
Yeah, it's kind of vague.
Right. And some patterns are like that. I finished row 130. I believe I will get it. I want to get it to where I'm down to 100 rows. But it's coming along. Thank goodness. Trying to get comfortable. I've got my coffee. So one thing about Sean, me and Sean both, we like our coffee, our water, whatever snacks we eat up here. This is just our room to just enjoy each other's company, and we talk about crochet. I gotta have some water too.
4. This will let me know if it's going to be
too little,
smaller.
Oh, it will be smaller.
Yeah, but it'll let me know like how much smaller.
Well, yeah, it was just like anything that I've done up here. If I had done some of those in regular yarn, it'd be a lot smaller.
This is actually what I'm looking for.
Can you raise it up? Oh yeah. Yeah, so he's going to be the right size.
So that's going to be 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I must have done it right. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the part I hate is this next coming around these stitches and going into the increase of the head.
Oh.
Where you're coming out of a decrease and back to an increase.
Yes.
Because it's really, my hands don't work that well on that part of it. But yeah, that'll work.
Well, it's going to be cute anyways. And because it's smaller, you will not need as much of the stuffing. But I do have I don't think you can see it in the camera, but I have a huge box back here. I think it's like a 20-pound or something. I don't know. It's huge.
I actually need a handful of that.
Oh. There you go.
Thank you.
I have a huge box over here, just full of stuffing to make animals or pillows or whatever you want to make. Yeah, you probably don't need a whole lot in that one.
No, the hole's a lot smaller. It probably wanted you to stuff it in there earlier, but
Well, if you ever have
I got it in
trouble,
there.
just take the back side of your hook and
Yeah.
just kind of push it in there.
Yeah.
Just don't go through your stitches. I've had to do that before. Or take the end. That's why I can knit too, but it's not my preference. But sometimes I'll take the end of a knitting needle to be able to push stuffing in. These are also good when you make amigurumi and you need to stick it in to something to hold its place while you're sewing something on. So I use these for those purposes.
All right, there we go.
Did you get it?
Got it stuffed. It almost looks like a little fish.
A little whale. It does. So now you get to start on the head.
I got to start making the head.
Okay, and you've got to make the beak.
Yeah, but I make the beak. Well,
does she say crochet it in?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make the beak and set it aside, and I can show you how to crochet it in?
Yeah, I guess.
You're gonna learn something new.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, gosh, why didn't I do that the first time?
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
It aggravated me, so I just said I'll just sew it on afterwards because I can.
He is one of those that he doesn't mind sewing on pieces. I absolutely despise it. So I will do anything I can. I will do anything I can to make a project where I can crochet it in. As a matter of fact, one of the ducks that I made, it was from another creator. I think it was Rose and Lily on YouTube. I actually wrote down her pattern, but me and my neighbor both worked on it, and I was able to make the wings and crochet them in just because I didn't want to sew them on.
Do you know what the beak consists of?
Let me guess.
Guess.
Single crochet 4, maybe?
No.
No? Okay. I thought maybe you would go back and forth. And what is it?
6 single crochets in a magic ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 single crochets, and that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, because you just fold it in half, basically.
Oh, okay. So, and then when you fold it in half, what does it say? Crochet 3 or slip stitch 3 or something like that?
Do not stuff, fasten off. No. So I think that's 6. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 6. I've gotten a whole lot better at magic rings.
Well, I mean, you've made quite a few things recently that required a magic ring. And I know some people absolutely do not like magic rings, but I think once you get the hang of it, it's hard to do that chain 2, chain 3, whatever it is, to make your magic ring, which that works perfectly well. A lot of people use that technique. Me, myself, I like the magic ring. If you make it right, it will not come apart. I know some people are like, no, it just falls apart.
Plus, it just sounds cooler.
It does.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to do something like
that
a
sounds
magic
cooler?
ring?
I mean, every animal that I have up here and ones that, I've made for the kids, those kids have pulled and tugged and played with their stuffed animals. I've made them and they've never fallen apart. Well, I'll take that back. One of Bradley's did, but I think he was like pulling on the eyes or something. But I made him a new one because he kept sleeping with it, even though he pulled one of the arms off by accident. So I made him a new one. And that was like a year ago. And he still sleeps with his little Spidey guy.
Oh, beak kind of looks stupid. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
So whenever you crochet it in, you're just going to go through.
Yeah.
But you can do it any way you want. But
No, I mean, the thing was, take this out of my mouth. The thing was, is I knew how to do it.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can do whatever way you want, babe. See, now you don't have to make the beak. You already made it.
Yeah.
See, it'll be one step out of your way.
One step out of the way.
I'm still full from dinner, too. Ooh.
I am a little bit.
I am. We ate Mexican food tonight, and I am stuffed still.
All right. There's a little beak.
It's little.
But technically, you don't even need this end.
Which one?
This, because you're not going to use it. You're going to go through with your. You're going to go through with your hook and.
Yep, you're going to go through the top stitches, and it's probably 3.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. Is the 3. It wasn't real defined. It's probably just because of what I did.
It could be, but that's okay. All right, so it is 7:36, hon.
I think what it was, I think I may have missed my last single crochet and put it in the wrong spot, and it made it kind of deformed.
Yeah, I mean, that happens too.
I could make another one real quick. It's
yeah.
not that bad.
All right.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in if you did. And we'll just keep doing these Friday night streams, and if we don't get any traction, we may try another night or a different night that maybe Friday night people are out doing things and they don't want to watch streams.
Yeah, and it's we're just, like I said, we have fun doing it, and we're
our new sign that I made.
Yeah, I didn't even. I should have mentioned it when we started it. But yeah, he made the sign for us. So I think it fits us perfectly. So I love it, and glad he was able to hang it on the wall. You made it what, last Sunday?
I made it last weekend.
Yeah. So he hung it up on Sunday. So yeah, we have fun together, chit chatting, and for anyone that didn't jump into the live, of course, it's there for you to look at later. So you got anything else?
No, I think that's it. I think we're going to get out of here, and we'll see you next week.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yep. Happy Valentine's Day.